Hey everyone, finish watching the next Beetleborgs episode. Ghouls just want to have fun. Vexor has a plan to create a distraction. They'll create a female monster to infiltrate Hillhurst. The kids see Noxic, Typhus, and Jara collecting stuff in a trash can. The kids split up and follow, using their civilian powers to clean up after them. The kids are spotted, and the Magnivores send out the scabs to hold them off while they take the trash can to the crypt. Once at the crypt, they mix together everything they gathered to create a woman, Monsterella. She's thin and pale, with curly red hair. Jara tells her to pose as a housekeeper for Hillhurst, and gives her a magic pendant to keep in contact. Her mission is to find out how Flabber's powers over the comics work. The monsters of Hillhurst all fawn over her immediately. The Magnivores send the jet fighters to keep the kids out of Hillhurst. Monsterella tries to scrounge for any secrets she can find while avoiding the monsters who all try to impress her in silly ways. Fangula recites poetry.
Roses are dead. Violets are too. I give you my heart. 'Cause I flipped for you.
Mums offers to give her his eyes. Wolfgang tries to dance with her. And Frankenbeans offers her a candy box that turns out to be filled with bugs. Jara impatiently nags her, and Monsterella frustratedly throws the pendant out the window. The Pipettes overhear Jara and warn Flabber that she's a spy. Monsterella breaks down crying and explains her origins. The kids finish battling the jet fighters and return to Hillhurst. They find the pendant and hear Jara yelling for Monsterella. They run inside to find her confiding in the monsters. Monsterella says she doesn't want to be bad. Noxic, Typhus, and Jara come to take her back, and the monsters defend her. Monsterella confronts them herself with the pendant. Vexor appears in it and tells the bad guys that she's been corrupted by goodness and to return to the tomb. It turns out that it wasn't Vexor but Flabber. Monsterella tells the monsters she's going to leave before the Magnivores figure out what happened. Later at the comic shop, Nano turns on a TV. The kids see Monsterella as the host of a horror movie TV show. This is one of the most fun episodes so far. I have a lot of memories of this episode, in particular because it was one of the first episodes I had taped off TV. Uniquely, the main plot of this episode has almost nothing to do with Beefighter. Only the Magnivores are utilized. The footage used at the beginning is just superfluous filler, and the jet fighters could have been anything. Even the kids aren't really necessary all the time in this episode. The whole thing could have just easily been a comedy with the Hillhurst monsters engaging in shenanigans with Monsterella. I think this is another good example of what the show would have been like without the superhero element added. The kids each utilize their civilian powers in creative ways, and I'm surprised. In just over 10 episodes, civilian powers have been handled far more competently than any of the Disney Power Ranger seasons. There, the powers are forgotten half the time and just feel tacked on, even in the best of cases. The scabs pop up here. They've been pretty scarcely used so far. I'm actually surprised, as in Power Rangers at the time, foot soldier fights were extremely common ways to stretch out episodes. Mighty Morphin Season 2 was especially egregious with how it used the putties. The Metal Heroes Wiki incorrectly states that this episode is the first appearance of the scabs. I checked the airing dates that the wiki itself gives, and they don't line up with this claim. The scabs have shown up before, most prominently in Catastrophe, but were present as far back as the first episode. Maybe it meant that this is the first time they've been named? I'm pretty sure they were called by name before, though. Monsterella was played by Victoria Presley. She only has 2 other roles listed on IMDb. I tried looking up to see if she did anything else, and possibly she retired from acting and is a nurse and physical trainer now. Monsterella is based off horror show hosts like Elvira and Vampira. She fits right in at Hillhurst, and I would have been fine with her staying on as a regular. The Hillhurst monsters are at their best here, acting silly and doing monstery things. Of all of Beetleborgs, I'd highly recommend this episode. It's a great representation of the first season. So that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.